Let's create a snowy holiday pop-up platform card. Hey everybody, it's Joy here and welcome back to my channel. Let's start with the pop-up platform die. That large piece, I have 2 of those die cut from the Nitpicky winter paper. Then our T piece here, I have 3 pieces die cut from some white cardstock. And then we have our little hill piece. These are going to be our snowy hills, and those are also die cut from our white cardstock. On the T pieces, I'm going to fold back on 2 of those on the score line, and the third one on the score line, I'm just going to trim that bottom piece off. Then we're going to take our 2 large pieces that create our pop-up platform, and I am going to fold them on all of the score lines. Again, this is die cut from the Nitpicky winter paper. Super, super cute. I love that fun soft teal color, and that's going to give us kind of that wintry vibe. This is going to be a holiday card, but we're going to have snowmen and snowflakes, and I'm also going to share an easy, fun way to make your own glitter paper. So I'm going to finish folding here, and then I'm going to use some double-sided adhesive to adhere, to adhere our 2 pieces, our 2 sides of our pop-up platform. So this is about 1/8 of an inch wide, and I'm going to adhere that on that bottom tab. Then we have another piece on this side tab that we're going to put that down. I'm going to do that for both of our platform pop-up pieces. So again, on that bottom tab and then on that side tab. I'm also going to do it on the 2 T pieces that we folded on the score line. So just little pieces there. Now we're going to flip our platform piece over. We're going to slide that T piece down. We're going to pull it tight, peel off our release paper, peel off our second piece on our other tab, and then we're going to fold this up back on the score line and fold that top piece down and adhere that down. This is going to be part of our half size. So flip it over, slide your T piece in, and you're sliding it in with adhesive side down. Remove that adhesive, press it down, and you want to make sure it's pulled tight against that bottom. Remove that other piece of adhesive, press that down. Now we are going to add our third T piece. So I'm going to add a little bit of that tape, that double-sided tape. And you can just pick whatever side you want to add this to. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to line it up. The T part at the top is going to be above the score line, but they're going to be lined up with that previous T piece. Then we're going to remove this paper here, line our 2 sides up, press that down, and we're going to adhere it together. Let's add some more adhesive to the other side of our platform pop-up. And we're going to remove that release paper. And then on that left side, I've already removed the release paper right there. We're going to fold this over. We're going to make sure everything matches up. And our other side tab piece is tucked in. And we're going to make sure that lines up and adhere that down because that has adhesive also. Now we have our pop-up platform. Look at how cute that is. I have the giant Let It Snow die. I am die cutting it from the Let It Shine pattern paper, and I apologize, you guys. This is retired. You can't get it anymore, and I'm so sorry that I used it. I didn't realize, but you just grab another kind of pretty pattern cardstock that you like and it'll work just as fine. I did want a little pop of red in this because we have so much of that kind of blue teal. I also die cut that giant Let It Snow die from white cardstock. I just used the mixed media cardstock. It's nice and thick from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to adhere that down just a little offset so we can have a nice white shadow. Then from the same Let It Shine, I'm using a pink paper, and I am using the 4-inch double-sided adhesive from scrapbook.com. This is how we're going to make our own little glitter paper. So you can ink blend paper, you can pick any colored paper, but we are going to adhere this down first. Then I am using the mini Snowflakes dies from Fawn. This has tons of small snowflakes, and I did want a lot of snowflakes on my card, and I wanted to bring pink into the mix, so I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. I'm just using the magnetic mat, and I'm going to adhere down or stick down my die cuts. Now that all of those are die cut, I'm going to peel off the release paper, and I am just dipping this in my jar of distress glitter from Tim Holtz. This is going to create our glitter patterned paper, or any kind of, you could do a pattern behind it. Because the glitter is clear, you're going to see what's behind it, which creates a lot of fun. So any color, any pattern, however you want to do it, you could do this for any kind of die cut. Super quick, super simple. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's get our little snowmen. I am using the Frosty Family stamp set from Fawn, and this is their newer stamp set. I've got the 3 smallest snowmen. I've got their arms. There's 2 sizes of arms. I'm gonna have to stamp those a couple times. We have a cute hat and a scarf. So that's what I'm gonna use for my snowmen. I have this on the mixed media white cardstock from scrapbook.com. And I'm going to be using some Copic markers to color these. I'm stamping it with Fawn's jet black ink. It is Copic friendly. So now that I have those images stamped, I can put their little faces on here. The smallest snowman already has all of the details, but the other 2 sizes, so that middle size one, I'm going to make the mom, and the bigger one, I'm going to make the dad, and then there's a little baby snowman. And then I'm stamping the other 2 little twig arms. I've got some orange for their carrot noses. I'm going to do BG11 and BG10. BG10's kind of blend out that 11 to add a little bit of that soft teal so they look like they're snow ice. You could do a gray color as well, but I tend to lean towards this color. Some rosy cheeks with some pink. Then we will have a red cap for both the dad snowman and a red cap for the baby snowman, and a pink scarf for the mom snowman. And if you look at her little face, she has cute little eyelashes. So I'm using R81, 85, and 83 for her scarf here. And then I'm just going to go grab a brown because I forgot to bring that over to my desk, and I can just use one color for their cute little arms. I'm going to use the coordinating dies to die cut this out, but I did forget to add the buttons to the mom and the dad. So I'm going to do that here really quick, and I can just color those in with, I think it's the C8 marker that I used. But now they're fully dressed. Before they were just a little bit naked. So they need to have their buttons. Now that I've die cut those, let's glue our cute little beanie on, and the arms, I'm going to glue the arms to the back of the snowman. And this one has the larger arms, but these are the smaller ones. The larger snowmen in the set have the bigger arms. This is like the second smallest set of arms. And then here's the smallest set. I'm going to adhere those to the mom, and then the little baby one is already done. Those hills that we die cut, I am using the same BG 11 and 10 markers just to add a little bit of color to the snow, these little snowy hills, and I'm using some liquid glue and adhering it to our T-pieces that are popped up with our pop-up platform. So just a little bit of liquid glue for all 3 of those. Now I did want to have this huge sentiment in the background, so it is going to be in the background. And I also, that's why I chose these 3 smaller snowmen from the set, because the largest one will be sitting in front of the O on the Let It Snow. And I didn't want him to cover up the whole sentiment. And the other 2 snowmen are so small, they're not going to cover up everything. But you have this really tall, beautiful sentiment. I adhered this straight all the way down to the bottom, but I actually decided to lift it up here in just a second because I felt like it was still hidden a little too much. So while the glue was still wet, I was able to pull that off and then just lift it up a tiny bit. And it just looks like it's sitting in the snow too. I think it's really cute. So the largest snowman is going to go on that center snowy hill, but right in front of that O. And then I can place the other 2 snowmen and Snow Lady on the front to the front piece. So both of those will be on the front. The mom will be on the left and the baby will be on the right. So again, just a little bit of liquid glue. You could use tape runner too, but I know this is going to hold because, you know, you're going to be moving this around a lot. Now, in that same platform pop-up die, you have a rectangle die and a square die. So I'm stamping Happy Holidays from the Frosty Family stamp set on that rectangle. And then the squares, I am just keeping white because we're going to add some snowflakes to that. So you can do this 360. I'm only doing it on the front. You can add these pieces to the back. You could leave it blank for somebody to write on. I am just leaving it just like this. So I'm going to adhere that right to the center. And then remember all of those snowflakes that we made, our own little glitter patterned or glitter paper. I want to adhere those to my little platform pop-up card. So the Mama Snowman or Snowwoman is holding a small snowflake. Then I'm going to add some to these little side pieces. And I love the addition of pink. It's the third color that kind of breaks up that blue and red, or that teal and red. Let's add some to the sentiment itself. I'm going to add 3 total. I want to make sure I put them in places where you still can understand what the sentiment says. And I'm also making sure that I can close this down with that snowflake hanging off the side. I want to make sure that I can open and close everything just fine. Then I'm going to add 2 to the front, and I'll show you that here in just a second, right between the mama and the baby snowman. Then another smaller one on the S. And then another small one on the hat of the dad snowman. And then I have the tiny, tiny snowflakes. I'm going to add 3 of those to that front sentiment. I just think this turned out so cute. Let's take a look at this. So that's what it looks like when it's closed. You probably have to put it in a bigger envelope because I have a tall sentiment. And then you pop that up. And then we have this just really cute, easy little scene with a fun let it snow sentiment. It says happy holidays, and we got these really cute snowmen. I absolutely love this. Platform pop-ups are my favorite interactive die from Lawn Fawn. I love making cards with these. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope you guys have a really wonderful day.